Q is constantly warning me of the dangers of humanity dabbling with AI too much. That's why he's brought with him Full Void as a warning for us all. This time for the Evercade, which also comes with a nice, massive full-color manual, includes a partial walkthrough, and a little mini comic book that goes over the prologue of the story, which is pretty neat. Let's go ahead and take Full Void. Let's pop it in my Evercade VS and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. Full Void is cartridge 32 of the standard Red Box series for the Evercade. Amazon gives it a release date of November 17, 2023 here in the States. It was released at the standard $19.99 price point, but Amazon didn't have any in stock at that price point at the time of my research, although Songbird Productions did. There was also a special edition made, which I believe was around $30, that included a special blue colored cartridge and art book, but that has been sold out at most retailers, with resellers on eBay wanting around $100 for it today. Full Void has previously been released digitally in 2023 on other platforms, including Steam, Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox, usually selling for around $15. From what I can tell, the game appears to be basically the same no matter what platform you play it on, so this review may help even if you don't get the Evercade version. The Evercade cartridge marks Full Void's only physical release that I'm aware of, and is the first Evercade cartridge to only contain one single game. The back of the box says the following: "Scared and alone, you must use all of your skills to defeat a rogue AI. Full Void is a brand new 2D cinematic puzzle platformer set in a dystopian future. You're trapped in an oppressive, hostile world controlled by an artificial intelligence. Fight your way through puzzles and obstacles to learn the story of this broken, rundown society where only children are still free, but for how long? Full Void is for one player only with one standard mode of difficulty. The game has a feel very similar to the game Another World, which appeared as Out of This World on the Super Nintendo and Genesis, among other systems, in the early 90s, and might even remind you of the game's Flashback and the original Prince of Persia. The controls are fairly simple, with a main button used to jump and a secondary button used to interact with other objects, sometimes tied to a puzzle. These puzzles can include a computer screen where you make a pipe straight, or a programming mode that can include a mechanical friend you will come across, using a grid system to plot moves and actions. As the game progresses, your mechanical friend will gain new abilities to accomplish future puzzles. The game involves a lot of trial and error as you try to figure out how to move from screen to screen. Bad guys and deadly obstacles are all around and you will die a lot, but the game has several invisible checkpoints and saves your progress automatically. However, I will note that there's no way to reset your save data that I'm aware of, if that matters to you. Like other cinematic platformers, going through the game, figuring out what to do, and watching the story unfold is a big part of the experience, so I won't spoil anything for this review, but I will say it does feel easier than games like Another World. In total, it took me about 2 hours to complete it without using a guide or walkthrough. Overall, the presentation of the game is top-notch, looking like a premium Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo game, with cutscenes sprinkled throughout. Typically, you will only hear environmental sounds that help set the scene. My only complaint with the presentation is that even though it's purposely a dark game, just a little bit more colors might have been nice, although that is a minor quibble, and quite a bit of color does show up in the quick flashbacks. The game received a PEGI rating of 7 with some minor animated violence and mild disturbing imagery. So what did I think of Full Void? As a big fan of Out of This World or Another World, I really enjoyed this game. The presentation is beautiful, the controls are easy to pick up, and the constant checkpoints keep frustration at bay. Is it worth $20 as an Evercade cartridge? Even though getting another game to be paired with it would have been awesome, I do think paying $5 above the digital price for a physical cart is fair. The replayability, though, is limited, but there are several in-game achievements to uncover, and I do plan to play through it again. So in the end, if you don't like cinematic platformers, this game probably isn't for you, but if you're a fan of the genre, Full Void is a must-play one way or the other. So where am I going to rank it among other Evercade cartridges I've already reviewed? Even though it only has one game, that one game is strong enough to put it in my top 10. I do like Atari Collection 1 more at the 5 position, but I will put this over Technos Arcade 1 at the 6th position. So of the 25 cartridges I've now ranked for the Evercade, Full Void is dodging Evil AI at the 6th position. Full Void is a must-play game for fans of cinematic platformers like Another World. But that's just what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy videos such as this one and you want to support my work, please click like and subscribe, drop a comment below, and for mega supporters, either become a channel member or sign up at patreon.com/NoSwearGamer. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to see you next time in the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care and always keep an eye on AI.